Hello, this is the Day After series. The episode where we film the morning after a tattoo session. And so this time we actually started a new project again. You know, I just can't get away from starting new projects. So this time we started a design I'm very happy with. Complete from scratch, drew myself complete from scratch. Continuation of my back tattoo. So, without further ado, I'll show you what we got done. Yeah. So, as you can see, we started on the top of my back, those new spikes, and it goes down, down, all the way to the bottom, just above my butt. As you can see, it's a very large portion tattoo, my entire back. Try to get a little bit more of a close-up for y'all. As you can probably see that it is bruised, which is normal. It is normal. Bruises can happen with certain areas of the body, so nothing to be alarmed about. It doesn't hurt any more than any other tattoo. So far that I've seen. Obviously, every tattoo is going to be new for me, you know, a new part of the body that I've never had tattooed before, obviously. So, but for this one, not too bad. Obviously, I got to have my hair in front, so I'm not touching the tattoo or getting all the ointment all in the hair. So, little side effect. Got to have the hair in front this time. But yeah, so let's talk about the journey for a little bit. So, I get to the tattoo parlor, and it actually is a little longer to get there this time than last time. A little more traffic, but I still made it on time, so no harm done. So I get there, and right away I set up my stuff, and he starts fitting the stencil on. Now the stencil is a little off, which just happened to be like that, but most of it was really spot on. So we got the good parts on, and then the few spots that he had to that were not flawless to my original design, he just had to manually draw on to fit my the design that I originally gave. It's because I wasn't able to give him a very good, accurate depiction of the design itself, because it's on my back, and I don't have I'm not able to do all the measurements and everything myself because it's on my back. Like when I did my legs, I was able to provide a large sheet of drawing paper with all the depicted sizes and measurements and all that good stuff, so that it would be easier for him to make his stencil. But this one we had to just go kind of eyeballing it, and for the most part he did a fantastic job. Yeah, Khaled the artist. He did a really good job on getting it very close to perfection. So all we had to do was just tweak a couple. He manually drew some of the additions that needed to be done, and until it was perfect. He always makes sure that it's perfect before we do any tattooing. I gave him the okay, and then took a 5-minute break, and then I got in the chair. He had me straddle the chair around, so I was hugging the back side of the chair, so he got easy access to my back, and it worked out very well. The outline. So the outline, you started from the bottom, and probably because I haven't been tattooed since last month, which happens. Fresh tattoo of the day. The fresh tattoo of the day, and probably the spot it was on. It was probably mostly the spot he was on, but it had some of those tickling sensation convulsions with my body. So not very nice for me, not very nice for the artist, but he's been doing this for years, so he knows how to deal with that. I try to eke my body so that it doesn't tickle the next time he puts the needle down, but it happens to everybody. Everybody sometimes gets those tickle sensations depending on the part of the body. So nothing new. I've talked about it before in the past as well. So mostly on the bottom, I've had those tickle sensations, and once he started moving up and up and up towards the shoulder blades, not too bad. The outline, yes, spiky pain sensation, as it tends to be. And before we knew it, the outline was already done. So we just continued, or we took a little bit of a break, and then he, another 5-minute break, and then he went and started doing the fill-in process. We started on the top, the shoulder blades, which I'm glad we started there, and he just continued down. Now on the shoulder blades itself, probably wasn't as bad. It was heavy pain, as it always is, but it was probably pretty average for a tattoo. So I would definitely give this probably about a 5.0 out of 10 for pain tolerance. Definitely pretty average tattoo. Nothing too high, nothing too low on the pain scale. So that's that. As soon as he got off the shoulder blades, I'm more on those right in the middle of the back when he was going down. Right when he got off the shoulder blades, that's when it went like whoop, a little bit of a spike in the pain. But other than that, pretty average. Yeah, we did as much as we can in the time that we had. I think we had about 2.5 hours, 2.5 full hours, well, 2.5 of actual tattooing. It took, because it was a 4-hour appointment, it took just about an hour to get the design flawless before we started tattooing, which is, it tends to happen for my designs because I want to have them obviously to my liking, for my perfection, and it's a little bit different, my designs, compared to other people's. I mean, other people, you just get kind of pictures, put them in places, whatnot. Not too bad, but mine, I'm working around other tattoos, and my symmetry is the worst thing to try to accomplish because bodies are not symmetrical. And so getting my pieces on, especially when it's like a curved area, it can be a lot more challenging. And this large portion area from the shoulders down, in between all these other tattoos on my back, it was more of a challenge to get that stencil on. So, and that's what happens. So then, of course, when he has to draw manually, it takes a little bit more time. But it is what it is. Kyle does a fantastic job to make sure that it's absolute perfect to my liking before we do any tattooing. So, appreciate that much, Khaled. And so yeah, and then he cleaned me up, and I had to say that this one bled. Yeah, the shoulder blades on the shoulders, on the back of the shoulders, those bled a lot. So he was constantly, giving it a little bit of a wipe, so the blood didn't drip down too much. And then when he wrapped me up, he kind of made it a little loose, just enough to pad the back, so that the blood didn't trail around and get all over my shirt and stuff. But that was fine. It was nothing too bad about that. Yeah, I mean, it's normal. Some areas of the body will just bleed, unlike other areas just won't bleed for some reason. And that's very interesting about me getting my full body tattooed. All areas of my body, and I get to experience which parts, for me, this is only me, of course. People are different. People are going to be different. Maybe some parts will bleed, some parts won't. But it's very interesting for me on my personal journey to see which parts, have bled worse than others. Just little things like that are interesting for my full body tattoo. So the ride home, I was kind of subconsciously sitting straight up, not having my back against the edge of the seat on the seat because I didn't want to put the pressure on the new tattoo. And oh boy, it's that temperature outside really shot down. It was very cold last night. Yesterday in general was very cold, and actually this morning or overnight we got a little bit of snow. A little bit of snow, but it looks like the sun came out and already kind of melted a lot of the snow. So there's nothing even to show you right now, but I can see some of the residual snow on the lake, the frozen lake right there. I told you last time I have a pretty good view of the lake right now in my new unit, which is very nice. I like it a lot. All the trees are bare, no leaves on the trees, but we'll certainly get more snow. So because of the cold, when I got home, holy crap, because I don't have like central heat or anything. I just have the little things on the bottom of the walls where it's a knob where you turn and have the heater. The heat comes in through those little vents in the wall on manual. I got I got 3 of those things, 2 in the living room, 1 in the bedroom, and so I had to turn them on. I turned them all on because it was dead frozen inside my unit, and so I would take the shirt off and take my bandage off. Actually, I waited a little bit for the heat to get into the unit before I took that off. Then eventually I did taking it off, and it was still just frozen and shivering. I couldn't help it. So, but eventually, the place finally got warm enough that I could, after rehydrating, I laid down a clean towel and went to bed. Sleeping wasn't too bad, honestly. I was able to sleep on my side without the tattoo being irritated, which was very, very nice. Very nice that the tattoo wasn't irritated to sleep on my side, because I have to sleep on my side. I can lay on my stomach for a little bit, but even then, like when I'm on my stomach, I don't just lay like straight like that. You know, I have my hands like up, like under the pillow or something or whatever, in weird, interesting, stretching kind of positions. You know, people sleep weird all the time, right? That just didn't work because stretching my arms up too high, you know, it changes it irritates the tattoo. So laying on my side, even with my arm up like under the pillow, it wasn't too bad to sleep. So eventually I did get a good night's sleep. I've had worse nights where I really couldn't sleep at all. You know, like I think it was my legs. With my legs, it was all around my legs. I was like, there was no way to get around not touching that in some way. So, but this one, I got a good night's sleep. Woke up and still felt, you know, the pounding sensation as it always does. I was able to get in the shower, and of course, as always, water running down a fresh tattoo. You got that sensitive, interesting sensation with the water flowing over a fresh tattoo. Fun! But I was able to clean it pretty much nicely, because I could reach the shoulder blades, you know, and the little section of there. I really don't think I'm gonna, well, yeah, I could probably reach the lower half too, but ointment is a different story. After I got out of the shower and patted dry and everything got dry, I can get the ointment on the shoulder blades and stuff. I don't know how I'm really gonna get the ointment on the lower part of my back, but we'll figure that out next time, right? So I was able to get the ointment on. Of course, that's why my hair is in front, like I said before, and ointment's on. So now I'm just gonna continue to enjoy the healing process as I always do. I have a fresh, clean towel on the back of my chair so I can do some of my work on my computer. And that's pretty much it. So I don't got to go back to work for a few days, so I can stay shirtless at home. And I know it's freezing outside, but I'm still walking around in my loincloth because, well, it's pretty warm in here. Well, you know me, I'm TribalLu. So, but we don't have another appointment to finish the fill-in for another few months. That's how this kind of happened. But no worries, no worries. A few more months, we'll go back, get that filled in, and I'll see you then. As always, it's been Lucien Gray. Thank you for watching.